If you're not getting the results, the behavior, the activity you want from yourself, from your team, then you need to look at what's going on, what's happening, what's the motivating factor, what's the underlying factor that's impacting that. And the way we do that is look at identity iceberg. The identity iceberg has a couple components. One is, this is the waterline, and above the waterline is results, behaviors, and actions. Below the waterline, you have the environment. This is the water. This is the culture. This is the office space. This is all the things that are making up the environment upon which that behavior is happening. Also below the waterline is the largest part of the iceberg, and these are things like skills, beliefs, values, and identity, which are driving the behavior or the lack of behavior, the results or the activity or the lack of activity. Because these things are what motivate and what drive the behavior and what you see above the waterline. So if you want more accountability in your office, if you're not getting the accountability, let's say you have a salesperson or a marketing person who's not calling on all the referral sources, who's dragging their feet on opening new doors. Perhaps they have a belief that salespeople are pushy. They don't want to be a pushy salesperson. Perhaps they have a value that I'm going to have deep, deep relationships and that people don't buy unless they have deep, deep relationships. So I'm going to work on a handful of relationships. I can't possibly have a million deep relationships. So that's a belief or a value they hold, and that's affecting their results and their behavior and activity. If you have people in your office that are not being held accountable, perhaps you as a person are looking at it and saying, I'm not getting the accountability I want up here. Perhaps you have a belief that you can't have harmony and accountability, that you have to be kind of a jerk to have accountability, and you don't want to be a jerk. You value the relationships you have in the office, or you believe that you're one big family and that you shouldn't have to hold people accountable. They should hold themselves accountable. And that belief is manifesting itself in how you are seeing the results or the behavior or the activity. So if you want to change what you're seeing up here, you have to go below the waterline. You have to understand what's motivating, what's driving, what's the value, the belief that you're holding in your head that is stopping you or stopping your team members from showing up the way you want them to show up. That's what's going to change the factor. If you have a belief and you need to change it, you need to identify, is that belief a limiting belief? Is that value something that they're holding it as an, I either want harmony or I want accountability, and it's an or factor. I can't have both. That's not correct. You can have both. And so to say I have harmony and accountability together is a different level of belief or value that you can hold, but you have to identify it before you can change it and before you can start to see a difference in the behavior or the activity that you're getting. So take a look at your beliefs, the values, the skills that are below the waterline, because that's what's driving the activity, the behavior, and the results in your office. Coach PJ Weiland here, helping you get the business deserve. If you like this channel, subscribe, like, comment below. Until next time.